everyone, Woensramperdangs here, thanks for coming to this new video, and today we're doing Driver's View again, my own NASCAR talk show where I talk about the news or just random things I think about that have to do with NASCAR. And today we're talking about the news, well not really news, but we're talking about the new old news. Throwback new. Yeah, we're talking about the throwback paint schemes that will run this year's Darlington race. We're gonna do a review of them. And as you can see, I'm using the 2016 race for background footage because I'm not daring to use the 2018 one. Anyway, so without further ado, we're gonna cut the footage of the race off to make it as short as possible, and let's get to the pictures. So, I've not downloaded the demo. I've missed, I think, one, which was a Chevy, but that was only red, so kind of boring. Anyway, so our first car that I've downloaded a picture of is this, the 00 car of Landon Castle, throwing it back to the Sterling Marlin. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry, guys. Sterling Marlin, that's it, car. And I gotta say, the idea is really good, and I really like the way they executed it. Like, you see the little mountains here, thingies, I don't know what it is, but it looks kind of cool. And, oh, it's cool, yeah. Now, the next is this. This is Kurt Busch's Chevrolet throwback to the original Camaro. And, well, yeah, it's there. It's something. Like, Kurt Busch's normal paint scheme, you could argue that that's bland because it's just black with the Monster Energy logo, but this, yeah, well, it isn't awful. Let me clear up that. It isn't awful. It looks good, but it's bland. It's just a Camaro with the Camaro stripes and some sponsors on it. Like, yeah, I get what they're throwing it back to, but yeah, yeah, that, it's just bland. Next up, we have Brad Keselowski's 2 car, and wow, what a car! I mean, look at this. It seems black, but then you have the red and the blue and the yellow just going. Miller Lite throwing it back to, I think, their old logo. Yeah, they are. And wow, it just looks, it just comes together really well in this car. And Keselowski, I'm not the biggest fan of Keselowski, but this car just well done. Then Austin Dillon's free car, and no. I mean, I get the iconic throwback to what was his name, Richard Childress' own car, but it's boring. Like, in the old days, this was, sure, it was acceptable because you didn't have much sponsors then, but now with all the colors and stuff, it's just bland. It's just black with yellow, and I do appreciate the logo adaptation from American Ethanol, but it isn't. It's just Austin Dillon. It's not. I don't like it. I, I really don't. I like the font, but I don't like the car itself. Now, well, Oscar Mayer for Ryan Newman's 6 car, and I gotta say, they executed this well. I believe it was thrown back to someone, I don't remember who. I don't remember who they threw it back to, but my, that car is amazing. I mean, look at how that white transitioned to yellow, then orange, then black, then red. Sorry, it just looks good. It looks how it should be. I don't know how to express it. It looks like it should be that way. I would personally say you should run this car instead of the normal Oscar Mayer's car. And here the number 8 car for Daniel Hemrick, the 8 Caterpillar, and there's surprisingly a lot going on here for just a gray car. I mean, look at all the different shades of gray, the stripes, and yeah, no, it's just a bit. Well, it isn't too much, and it isn't certainly not an awful scheme, but Richard Childress really they really disappointed me this year. Chase Elliott's 9 car, throwing it back to his dad. Yeah, to his dad, I believe, to Bill Elliott. And well, yeah. Again, it's the same problem as the free car. It's just in those times it was acceptable, but now it's just boring. Chase Elliott's thermal paint scheme is great. It's just the white, the blue, the yellow. It all comes together pretty well. But this is just blue and white. Just, yeah, boring. Then the 11 car, Denny Hamlin, and throwing it back to Daryl Waltrip. That's nice. Just it's really nice of him to throw it back into his last season in throwing back to him when he is in his last season with commentary. Unfortunately, he won't be here. He won't be there. The commentator is, but well, it's a great car. I mean, yeah, I like the 11 being shiny. I like the thought of it. It's a great car. Ryan Blaney has really disappointed me with this one. I mean, I get the thought. I see the car and he's throwing it back to blah blah blah, but it's his normal paint scheme, isn't it? It just looks like a normal bland Menards Pennzoil paint scheme. They couldn't they have done anything with this? I don't know. It just looks like he's running his normal paint scheme. Now this is what I like. This it's an amazing fun. You have all his three championship cars, and then the three cars of Stewart that he won a championship with, and throwing it back to. The tank car might be my favorite just because of the white lining and stuff. Although Smithfield logo could maybe have adapted, but I don't care. It looks amazing. The 41 car Daniel Suarez. I'm not the biggest Suarez fan, to be honest. I think Kurt Busch should have been driving that car. And this paint scheme, yeah, it's not awful seeing its throwback, but it's just, and I love that Haas itself just decided to form to the logo, but it's bland. It's not as exciting as the other two. And Clint Boyer, I'm also not a big Clint Boyer fan, but wow, they really did that well. They really incorporated the Rush Truck Center logo well into that 14 car. The stripes, everything on it makes sense. And that, well, it's probably a shared second, a shared first of the Stuart Haas with the 10 car. Also nice, they got Kurt Busch in there. So then we have the 18 car, the Snickers car of Kyle Busch, and I'm the biggest Kyle Busch fan in existence, probably. No. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna start a war in the comments here, alright? I'm a big Kyle Busch fan, but and last year's throwback was well amazing. You can literally say it like that. It was amazing. But this, it's a Snickers car, and yeah, it's that. It's a Snickers car. It looks good, sure. It isn't awful, but it isn't as great as last year. Martin Truex Jr. throwing it back to, I believe, is really long ago paint schemes, and yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, yeah, it's still a bit bland, but because of the yellow orange type thingy in the bottom there, here, it looks good. So yeah. Then we have next is the 20 car in extremely low resolution. I'm sorry, guys. Throwing it back to Eric, to his old days. I think R car or something, or K&N, or maybe Dirt Race. I don't know. And yeah, it's a sport clip. It looks nice. It looks yeah, it looks good. I mean, there's not a lot to say about it, but it looks good. Ryan Blaney's car is not even fully on here, and I still love it. I mean, Paul Menard's car is not even on there, sorry. And I still love it. Paul Menard's team, they made a great job. The yellow lining here. And then just everything on it, it looks really good. The black, the red, the yellow, it all transitions well. It's amazing. And the throwback font, of course, is amazing as well. Joey Logano. Ah. Ew. What is that? Oh my. That does not look good. I'm really sorry, but it does not look good in any way. Oh dear. No. Just the red, the yellow, it just doesn't match. It just doesn't look good in my eyes. William Byron, they tried. Let's just say like that. It's boring. You have green, yellow, green. It's boring. I don't like it. I really don't. I really don't. He should have just. I know the Rainbow Warrior paint schemes get a lot of hate because yeah, we've seen it. Blah blah blah. Gordon always throws it back, But that was exciting. There's a rainbow on the track. This is nothing. It's bland. It's boring. Well, let's get to the next one before I explode. Corey LaJoy to Dale Jarrett's, and well, yeah, it looks pretty good. I like the logo there. It looks almost the same. Keen Corvette Corvette parts really did their best on this and with the logo adaptation, and it's great. It looks fantastic. And yeah, yeah, this exists. It's black. It's blue. It's blue with a logo on it. Next, it's blue with a logo on it. Nah, matte tift. Well, yeah, it's the car's certainly there, but again, bland, boring. This. I think this is David Reagan. I'm not sure anymore. Yeah, it is. It's Reagan. Yeah. Wow, wow. That car is amazing. I mean, it's the throwback I'm not seeing here because those cars, they're different shade of blue. The white on the hood is different. The yellow is different. But I'd certainly choose the Reagan's car over the other car. I'm not sure who it is. I'm sorry, I don't know NASCAR history. But I'd pick that over anything. It looks amazing. The blue, the white, the yellow. It's awesome. And the little detail here, that 429 centiliters. It looks amazing. This is awesome. I wish you'd run this more often. No. No, Bubba. No, you messed up. There's too much here. There's purple, there's orange, there's green, there's yellow. It just throws colors in your face, and no, I don't like it. Just doesn't look good. It just is too busy for me. Uh, well, with Ryan Priest here throwing it back to Ron Boucher, and I gotta say they did a pretty good job on it. But unlike the Reagan one we just saw, the white on the hood just doesn't make sense here. It made sense on David Reagan's car, just looked good, but here it doesn't. The rest of the car is amazing, but the white they really didn't need to do that, seeing how it's so much less on Ron Bouchard's car. Boucher, I don't know. Johnson, ha, wow. I mean, Hendrick was a little disappointing this year with the 9 and the 24 being bland and and bad, but wow, Johnson, you blew up. You just blew in and exploded, and then just made the greatest paint scheme. All right, it's not the greatest paint scheme of all time, but it looks good. It does. I really like the lightning, the 48, and the purple makes sense on it because the truck was that too. And oh, it's awesome. That's basically it. I even like this little detail here that they put the name there just like on the truck. That looks good. The 88 car of Alex Bowman. Yeah, it's red with yellow. I mean, I like it, but it's bland. It's just bland. It looks really good with the Excelta logo on it, and I think it's strung back to Dale Jr. I'm not sure. I think it is, but it's bland. And well, we have Matt De Benedetto, and it's white. Like, guys, your normal paint scheme is wonderful. Why did you make this white? Why? Just a few colors in it. Well, it isn't awful, but sure, yeah, it isn't great. So that was it. Let's now get into my favorites. It was tough, but I think the Stuart Haas trio, they just won this. Their cars, they look amazing. They just have a lot of history behind them. And yeah, well, it's awesome. But you have like David Reagan's car, you have Keselowski's car and Blaney's car. No, I mean Menard's car. They're just Newman's car. Yeah, they just finished right behind there. But the Stuart Haas, definitely with Boyer and Almirola, they look great. Anyways, that was it. Thank you for watching to my rambling about paint schemes, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.